Hello everyone, and welcome to week 41 of Power Thoughts with Dexter Howard. Over the last several weeks, we've been discussing the process of sonship. And just over the last couple of weeks, we began discussing the 3 R's of sonship. We said that first R was relationship. You see, in order to be a son of God, you must have a relationship with the Father. Last week, we talked about that second R. We said that second R was responsibility. Because where there's relationship, responsibility ensues. Today I want to highlight that third R, which is rulership, where relationship and responsibility meets up. Ultimately, rulership will be given to that person. That person will then be able to be trusted to rule and to act on another's behalf, to act on the Father's behalf. In a nutshell, really, that's what rulership is all about, right? It's acting on another's behalf. So as we talk about this third R of sonship today, rulership, I want to bring you to what this is really all about. You see, as we matriculate throughout the process of sonship, the less this earthly life that we live is really about me. And that's hard to wrap our minds around in this quote unquote selfie generation that we live in. Sonship is about flinging away selfishness. The less and less you become self-centered, and the more and more you become God-centered. Sonship, being a son of God, is about going from being objects of God's affection to being instruments useful to God, ultimately to becoming reflectors of His glory. That we reflect the Father's glory. We reflect what He wants to see happen in the earth. I liken it to an example of the moon and the sun. I don't know if you know this, but the moon does not have any light in and of itself. The moon only reflects the sun's light. As the moon stays aligned, it lines itself up with the sun, the moon reflects the sun's light. We are the moon, and God the Father, He's the light. And as long as we stay aligned with His will, as long as we stay aligned with His word, then we'll be empowered to give off His light, even in dark situations, even when we are experiencing and encountering trouble in this life, even when people around me, all chaos may be breaking out, all around you, all around myself. But we as sons of God, we are empowered. We have the power to reflect the light of God in every situation. The Bible says in Romans 8:37, it says, yea, in all things we are more than conquerors. We are super champions. That means we have been empowered to overcome every circumstance, every situation in life. I encourage you today, if your life is still consumed with mostly you, then no wonder you may be frustrated in life and not really seeing a whole lot of victory in your life. I encourage you to pray right now and ask the Father to help you fling away your selfish ways, selfishness, so that you can become God-centered, so that He can enable you to handle more and more responsibility, which brings about fulfillment, by the way. And then as you do so, you'll become empowered to rule and to reign in life, to act on the Father's behalf, to talk on the Father's behalf, and do it victoriously. God bless you. I'll talk to you next time.